All right, let's talk about the restroom. So, when we go to the restroom, we still follow the K-Hawk way. And I'm sure if you've watched a couple of the other videos, you're like, gosh, Mrs. Davis, how many times are you going to say this? I'm going to say a lot because it's what we do here. We follow the K-Hawk way. And I'm sure that's a phrase you've heard before in elementary schools that you might have come from. And if you did not come from an elementary school here in Collinsville or Maryville or whatnot, then you'll be hearing the K-Hawk way from here on out. It's a phrase that we use a lot here at school and that we use all over the district. And the K-Hawk way applies to the restrooms, being safe, responsible, and respectful in and of the restrooms. So use the restroom quickly. A lot of times you're going with your class to the bathroom and nobody wants to be the last kid in line that really, really has to go. And the kids in front of them are poking around. That's not super fun. So please use the restroom quickly so that the other kiddos in your class or whoever might be in the line behind you can go. Wash your hands with soap and water. That's super important. Please make sure you're washing your hands with soap and water. Keep the floor dry. So after you wash your hands, there's no reason to go like this and spray water all over the floor. We have paper towels in there. Go ahead and use a paper towel. But when you're using that paper towel, make sure you make it into the trash can. We don't like paper towels all over the floor. That's not super fun. And that's something that then kind of makes our bathrooms dirty and nasty and we don't want to do. So if you could make sure that you wash your hands with soap and water, use a paper towel, don't get the floor all wet, and then make sure that paper towel goes into the trash can. There should really only be 3 or 4 students at the most in the bathroom at a time. Really, I would probably lean closer to the 3. Otherwise, it just gets kind of chaotic in there and kind of clustered. We don't want it that crowded. So please make sure we're only going 3 or 4 at most to the bathroom at a time. When you're done with the bathroom, a lot of times your teacher will have you line up outside the restroom while you wait for the rest of your class. When you're doing that, please make sure your voice is at a level 0 or a level 1. That would be a silent or whisper. And whisper meaning like you really had to talk, but maybe you needed somebody to scoot up or whatnot. Otherwise, we're pretty much leaning towards silent. Why? Because other people are trying to learn. This is a learning environment, and we don't want to distract the people around us who might be having class. So please, when you're in the bathroom or when you leave the bathroom and you're lining up with your class, or maybe you're, whatever you're doing, please make sure your voice is at a 0 most of the time. And if you needed to say something, then at a 1. And give others privacy. It is the restroom, so please make sure you're doing that. And please do not put anything inappropriate in the toilets or the urinals. I'm going to say that again. Please do not put anything inappropriate in the toilets or the urinals. That just makes for a mess. So we're there here in school. You guys are old enough to understand that we're there to use the restroom. And that's exactly what we expect you to do. Use it quickly, wash your hands, dry them off, and head on out of the bathroom so that you can get on about your day and do what is needed to be done.